something about myself. I was born to Hindu parents in the year 1947. Date of birth is 12th November. Place of birth is Shakkarnagar, Bodhan, Nizamabad district, Telangana state. So, I was born into a middle class Brahmin family with two sisters and three brothers. The early life was a nice life. Family problems and with also help from all the friends. It's a nice mix as it is so for any human being. So I was brought up in a sugar factory colony area. My father was working as a sugar technologist. My father was born and brought up in Gudivada, Andhra Pradesh. Then he did his graduation in Hyderabad Nizam College. Then he did specialization in sugar technology from Kanpur. Then he worked in various sugar factories and he settled in Bodhan Nizam Sugar Factory Limited. Right from 1939 to 1965 when he retired. So we were all brought up in that sugar factory colony area called as Shakkarnagar in the taluk town of Bodhan, the district of Nizamabad, which is bordering between Telangana and Maharashtra. My schooling was done in Shakkarnagar, primary school Nagar. Then the middle school in government high school Bodhan, where we used to walk for a couple of miles and go to the school and come back every day. And then from the high school, we were put in Shakkarnagar city. I was studying at Nobu College High School. Then later on, I did my BSc in the Shakkarnagar Science College. Then joined the Agricultural College, Andhra Pradesh Agricultural University in Rajendra Nagar, where I did my graduation in agricultural science. Then later on, I studied postgraduate soil science for my MSc Agriculture. Then I did work as a research fellow in the Indian Council of Agricultural Research for 1 year in the same Rajendra Nagar. So this is my academic background. My elder brother is a great physical scientist. He's an engineer. He took his PhD from Manchester at a very young age of 32 years. My father was a very pure person, and but he was schizophrenic. So half of the period in a given year, he would be in mental hospitals. So we would be shuttling between mental hospital and home, servicing my father, the turns. So, and when he would come back to the home, there'd be a lot of trouble. He's a schizophrenic patient, very severe schizophrenia. A lot of fights at home. And my mother was a great master, so she used to be the backbone for the whole family, very distressful family. But help came from all the sides. All my father's colleagues in the area, in the colony, they were all very helpful, greatly helpful. So my early life, one of my neighbor is a Muslim, another neighbor is a Christian, another neighbor is a South Indian, another neighbor is a North Indian, one from Gujarati, one from Maharashtra. So all kinds of communities in India were represented by in our colony. So we used to go to every other house and eat and play. So it was a very a great community life and lot of helpful nature. And I grew up in such atmosphere, and there was a lot of music and dance in our family. My mother, a lot of music in her. Her passion was to make us musicians. Then we did become musicians. In the year 1963, in Shakkarnagar, my elder brother took me to his own guru, music guru, Carnatic music flute guru, Sri T.S. Chandrasekharanji. My pranams to him. It is there that I learned my flute. Although unwillingly in the beginning, but later on, I did pick up a lot of music. Music is a very great. It comes to you from past lives. All things come to you from past lives. And if they're not there in the past lifetimes, you have to struggle a lot to learn any craft or art in the current lifetime. So I must have done a lot of music in previous lifetime. So therefore, it came very easily to me. I thought I would become a musician, a professional musician, but that was not meant to be. However, my music later on started gaining great importance in my imparting meditation to others. After T.S. Chandrasekharanji, uh, from 1960 to say 73, a decade I spent with my master, learning all the intricacies of flute music, Carnatic music. Later on in 1975, when I joined Coromandel Fertilizers Limited in Kurnool, I shifted from Hyderabad to Kurnool. I met a very great master, Dr. Sripada Pinakapani, who is he was a professor of medicine, he was a superintendent of Kurnool General Medical Hospital, and he was a great musician. He was a Padma Bhushan. He's a doyen of Carnatic music. All the great masters of Carnatic music, like Nedunuri Krishnamurti and Srirangam Gopal Ratnam, Nukala Chinnasatnayana, Voditi Venkateshwara, they were all well trained by this very great master, Dr. Sripada Pinakapani. And it was my great fortune to be his disciple. A couple of years back, he left his body at the ripe age of more than 100 years. There, under Dr. Sripada Pinakapani, I learned greater intricacies of Carnatic music. By the way, I also started singing, and this singing is also, although I am never a trained vocalist in this current lifetime, I must have got my talent from many, many previous lifetimes. So the singing also came automatically. I sing and play in the meditation sessions. Music is disturbing to a very small percentage of people in the beginning, but it is helpful for 99.9% of people in enabling them to go into deeper meditation states and relaxing the worldly mind. Music relaxes the worldly mind. So when you do meditation with music, your meditation is thrice more powerful. While putting some music, I would recommend only instrumental music, nice violin or tabla, mudangam, or shahnai, or sitar, or veena, or flute, mandolin, any of the instruments. For meditation, Hindustani instrumental music is better than Carnatic music. That's what I found. And my music, my training in music helped me in my meditation. My brother, elder brother, has a great scientific background, scientific bent of mind. It is he who put me into agriculture, science, and he said, you must go into science. So that's how this very scientific movement, called as the pyramid spiritual movement, started with a very scientific base that I have had. I would read all the scientific books. Between the years 1971 and 74, I withdrew from my academic studies and concentrated on studying for Indian Administrative Service (IAS). So I used to go from morning to night libraries all over Hyderabad city and read every book for 4 years. I read and read and read and read from morning to night and taking on so many competitive examinations. So increasing my general knowledge about everything, becoming very holistic. Every book from communist to Patanjali I would read in the libraries. I would read from anthropology to ancient history to geography to astronomy, everything, every book. So that exhaustive reading helped me to balance all my worldly knowledge and spiritual knowledge. So finally, in the year 1975, one of my friends in my own company, EAD Pally Company, which is sister company, we in Coromandel Fertilizers and in the EAD Pally, we work together. Our products are marketed by them. So one of the salesmen, my colleague, Sri Ramachandra Reddy, he was very close to me. I was very close to him in Kurnool. And how I came into meditation is that, he, Ramachandra Reddy, developed a lot of back pain. He used to go from doctor to doctor, hospital in search of cure and healing. Nothing would happen. Finally, some guy told him when he was traveling in a bus, hey, you do meditation, the back pain will go away. He didn't ask for meditation, what meditation is. There is a general feeling in India that for meditation, you should close your eyes and sit quietly. So he did that for some time. Within 2 or 3 nights, then the back pain vanished, which was giving him a lot of suffering for many, many months, years. So then one day, one guy came to his house. He said, I would sleep in your house. I said, please sleep in my house. It's all empty. So My friend Ramachandra Reddy, although his back pain had gone, he was accustomed to sitting throughout the night. It was very comfortable for him. So when next day morning, this guy asked Ramachandra Reddy, what were you doing in the night? No, I'm simply meditating. How do you meditate? Just close your eyes and sit. That's all. Then this great master said, you must observe your breathing. So that's the point. That's the first point where we got anapanasati. Just observe the breath without any chanting any mantras. Then this master, his name is Ramadasappa, a businessman from Raidur in Andhra district. He said, he gave a Bhagavad Gita to him. He said, you read this Bhagavad Gita and in your meditation you observe your breathing. This happened somewhere in the year 1977, so I think so, 76, 77, yeah. So this friend, Mr. Ramachandra Reddy, started observing his breathing while he was sitting in meditation. He used to get a lot of visions. He used to give me a ring. Subhash, I saw this today. I'm happy. I used to tell him, okay, continue to meditation. See whatever you want to see. Whatever is this you are seeing. So I was the only person encouraging him. He was the only person doing meditation and revealing his experiences to me. This went on for a couple of years. I was very much well versed with so many books. I have read meditation books and yogis books so much. So I know many of the experiences, theoretical, from the books. And here is a practical person, my own friend, who is doing meditation, who is getting experiences. So I used to tell him, okay, this is what is there in the other books also. Others also have experiences, these visions, third eye visions. You go ahead. And one day he even told me the color of my shirt. He was in Antapur, I was in Kurnool. So he was telling about what was he was seeing in my home, my own house. That was the breaking point. That gave me all the faith for me to invest my life in meditation. Then I did start my own meditation very seriously. Then many things happened. By the year 1979, I realized my purpose of life was not to stay in some fertilizer company, making some money, having a wife, a couple of kids, going for house and a normal life and retirement life, like my father or anybody else. It is not my destiny. In the year 1979, I realized in my destiny that I have to teach meditation to the whole of the world. In due course, of course. Since now I know the whole process, whole thing of what is called enlightenment, how to come out of dukkha, how to come out of suffering, how to heal yourself. Then, from 1979 onwards, I started reading it exhaustively, specifically spiritual science books, spiritual books. From the period 1979 to right now, I must have read all the spiritual masters and all the books of all the spiritual masters. Starting with Lobsang Rampa. His book, You Forever, opened my eyes wide to life after death, to astral travel, to other dimensions. So then started reading so many great masters like Ruth Montgomery, Shirley MacLaine, Annie Besant, Blavatsky, Ledbetter, Jina Rajadasa, Swami Rama, Yogananda Paramahansa, Osho, so many masters. From in the decade 1980 to 1990, 10 years, I would just buy books and read, go to the library and read spiritual books, spiritual science books. A small sprinkling of people used to come to me, used to teach meditation. But the movement got started in the year 1990 when we formed the Kurnool Spiritual Society. Now there are so many spiritual societies all over India, and every day one spiritual society is getting born. I belong to a middle class family, neither rich nor poor. I come from an intellectual family. I come from an artistic family, humanitarian, vegetarian family, and there's no spiritual tradition in my family. So I was the first person to start this spiritual tradition in my family. Of course, many of my family members didn't like me going into spirituality. It was very strange for them. It was not acceptable norm in the family circles. So as I went deeper into spirituality, I was going away from my family members. Now only my wife, my children are with me. Otherwise, all the other members of the family, they don't want spiritual. Now there's a vast pyramid family everywhere. Every village, every town, pyramid masters are there. More than 1 million pyramid masters are there right now, working day and night, happily working. So, very happy to belong to this great pyramid family where everybody is a Buddha, nothing less than a Buddha. Joyous human beings, who are divine human beings, who are no more animal human beings. They have eschewed their animal tendencies, they become divine through constant practice of meditation, studying very avidly all the books by all the great spiritual masters, right from Buddha, Patriji to Deepak Chopra, Osho. Unless you do a lot of meditation, unless you do a lot of reading books, unless you hear from others' experiences, meditation experiences, unless you become a vegetarian, you are not going to become a divine human. Divine human being is not about constructing temples and churches and masjids. It is about doing meditation in experiencing the grand self in yourself. We are a multi-layered system. Physical body is one end of the spectrum. The cosmic self is another end of the spectrum. Between these ends of spectrum, there are the astral body, the causal body, the supracausal body, the etheric body. So many things are there. And there is great involution and there is great evolution. One must become a divine human being. It is done through a lot of meditation, lot of svadhyaya, reading books, lot of sajjana sangatya, that is listening to others' experiences of meditation. I must have listened to the experiences of meditators, say more than 10 million personally. It's my great joy. Push people into meditation and then wait for them to bring out their experiences. This is a little about myself. And my father left me in the year 1993. Then my mother left in the year 2006. And I have two daughters. The elder one staying in Hyderabad with her husband. Both are great spiritual masters. They do a lot of spiritual work. They are great pillars of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. My elder daughter and my elder son-in-law. My younger daughter, my son-in-law, they are staying in New Jersey, USA. Both are enlightened masters and helping the society in their own way. Pay my respects, my great appreciation to Shakkarnagar Patriji, who has borne all the problems that she got from me because I'm spiritual. Then in the year 1985, she started doing meditation. She got all the experiences within 15 days, seeing all their past lives, talking to all the masters and learning many intricacies. Since then, she has been a great support to the Pyramid Spiritual Society movement. Thank her a lot, and the whole Pyramid Spiritual Society movement owes very much to her. And again, welcome to Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement.